everyone, thank you so much for being here and tuning in. Today's video is actually pretty sad. We are going over products that I did not like. In this Sephora bag, I kind of call it my naughties bag because these are products that for one reason or another I just didn't like, whether it was the finish, the color, the product itself. You know, that's the beauty of makeup, is that everyone has different opinions. And one time my cousin, I gave her a palette and she was swatching it and I said, oh, you know, like, I'm sorry, like, it's not like the best, you kind of have to build up the colors, they're a little on the powdery side. And she was like, honestly, I don't really like a really pigmented palette. And it really like hit me to the core, because I was like, wow, you know, I guess that's true. I guess just because, you know, what I don't think is pigmented and what I don't like doesn't mean that it's a bad palette, and doesn't mean that someone else won't like it. So I think that that is something to keep in mind. I don't have a lot of stuff today just because I spend my hard-earned coin on this on this makeup. So I tend to do a lot of research, and I tend to go to Sephora and swatch things and look at them and feel them and then kind of mull it over and come back and do the same thing. You know, it's kind of psychotic, but you know, when you are spending, you know, $30 on a highlighter or $50 on a foundation, you want to make sure that works, because I know the nearest Sephora to me is like 45 minutes away. So if I didn't like something, that'd be such a hassle to bring it back. So I'm going to be showing you guys some products that I did not like, unfortunately, and maybe it can save you some money or give you a little bit more insight to a product. Let's get started. Okay, first up on the chopping block is actually a brush. Now this is the Morphe M497. This is a fan brush, like a duo fiber fan brush. I did not like this and I really regret purchasing it. As if you guys can see how thin this is right here. It picks up absolutely no product, so I don't even know how this would apply. I know I like the way a fan applies, but this didn't even pick up any product to apply it. So I was trying to make it work, and I kept like grinding the product right here, so I would be like this, trying to pick up product and distribute it, and it just didn't really work out. And it's basically a do-nothing product. So if you ever get a fan brush, because I do like the idea of a fan brush for your highlight and for your contour and the sides of your nose, stuff like that, whatever, I would suggest going with something that is a little bit fatter, denser, thicker, because this just didn't even pick up any product to even distribute it. So this is a goner. Number two are these NYX Simply 3-piece set. They're like these little chubby lip creams. They come in Leading Lady, Temptress, and She Devil. So they're pretty colors. They're dark. I didn't really care for these, and I feel bad because they were gifted to me. So that was really thoughtful of the people that gifted them to me, but they're just really streaky, and I do like that they're a crayon. The red one is honestly probably the nicest, but these purple ones are just not really good to me. They're just kind of streaky and patchy, and you really have to put a lot into like getting any kind of product on the lips from them. So unfortunately, I just didn't really like these. The red was just a little too pink for me. I don't really wear like purple, so to me these were just a little bit of a bust. Maybe if I tried them in different colors, because I noticed the lightest red was like the most pigmented and the most opaque and thick. That's just me. I prefer something really opaque and full coverage when I use like lip crayons or lipsticks or liquid lips. I don't tend to like things that are really sheer, so for that reason, I'm sorry, but this is just something I don't ever use. Number three is, unfortunately, this Sephora 10-Hour Wear Foundation. Now, I love the packaging. I love that it does have a pump, and this coverage is nice, and the longevity is amazing. The only reason I did not like this was because it oxidized like crazy. This looked horrific. So it would look pretty nice when I put it on, and then halfway through the day I'd look at myself in a mirror and I'd be like, oh my god, people must think that I'm insane. It was just a hot mess. So if you get this, I would definitely get like 3 shades lighter than what you actually are, because you are gonna turn orange. And when I mean orange, I mean orange. So I'm sorry, but you get the kiss of death. Next is another NYX product. This is the Mineral Stick Foundation. I saw this at Nordstrom Rack, and I guess I should have known because it was at Nordstrom Rack. The color is nice, but as you can see, there's not a lot of product, and I know the product is cheap, but it doesn't have that much coverage for me, so I didn't really like it, and it's kind of hard to blend out. It's not very blendable, so for that reason, I just didn't like it. I felt like it was really hard to work with, and it was tugging at my skin. It didn't give me the coverage that I wanted, so I'm just gonna have to pass. I'm sorry. Next is a Smashbox gel eyeliner in deep black. This was just not good. I had seen this recommended in a magazine, and I was like, ooh, a gel liner, like I need to use that, blah blah blah. This dried out so quickly. It dried out within like a month or 2 of having it, and I didn't even really use it that much, and it dried out so quickly. It was really streaky and really patchy. I expected it to be more full coverage. I expected it to really glide on, because it's like a gel and a cream, and it would just flake off during the day. And so for that reason, I was kind of just like, okay, you're going bye-bye. I even tried like putting like MAC Fix Plus and like a little bit of like coconut oil in here, and nothing really helped it keep its moisture. So I'm sorry, Smashbox, but this is a disappointment. Okay, so NYX is really gonna hate me after this video. I do love their products. These were just not that good. This is the NYX 2 Timer. On one side is a kohl eyeliner, and on the other side is a liquid liner. This was just not good. This liquid liner was just terrible. It was really look at that. It's just not good. It just would not go on. Whenever you do liquid liner, you want to go on with a really light hand and really steady, and you need something that's going to put on color while you're going in really lightly. You can't just be like, yeah, So, and I stored this upside down, and it never worked. It never seemed to be wet enough or liquidy enough, and when it would go on, it would be streaky. So then I was like, you know what? I'll just use the kohl liner side. And this kohl liner broke like crazy. Like, I would pull it up like this much, and I would go into using my eye, and it would just break off. And then I'd be like, okay. And I'll just roll a little bit more up, and I'd put more in my waterline, and it would break off, and I'd be like, okay, And then finally, I was just like, you know what? I can do better. I can do better, This is just, no, I can find better drugstore liners and stuff like that than this. This is, no. On my quest for liquid liners, I discovered this Milani Ultra Fine Liquid Liner. This is not good. As you can see, it is extremely liquidy. Need I say more? There was a reason that this was at TJ Maxx. You know what I mean? I love TJ Maxx, but this is why this was there. The next product is actually from Ulta, and this is the Double Duty Lip Stain and Balm Drama. Ooh, sorry, my light's in the way. This is like a marker on one end and a balm on the other end, so you would like trace your lips out and you would stain it with this, and then you would use this like balm side. The balm side's not bad. It's just kind of like a sheer light pink balm, I guess. It's just, let me show you. My hand is like covered in swatches now. See, it's just like, you can't even see it really. I mean, it's like, can you even see any shine really? So that's kind of do nothing product. And this is pretty, and it smells really good, but like swatching it on my hand was nice, but actually applying this to the lips hurt so badly. This marker was just like really rough on the lips, and it kind of had like little splinters in it, I guess you could say. So it was really rough, and I just never really used it because I didn't really like the way it looked like once you had it on and then you put the balm on. It didn't look good. So for that reason, I have to say, I'm sorry Ulta, but this needs to go. This needs to go. Okay, second to the last product. We're getting down to the wire. This is the OCC, or Obsessive Compulsive Lip Tar. I saw this in a magazine as well. Like Ashley Tisdale suggested it as like her favorite, and so I was like, well, I have to get this. Good things about this. It's 100% vegan and cruelty free, so snaps for you because that's great. The product itself applies beautifully. It's the most pigmented, most amazing. Let me see if I can. Like, you only need the tiniest bit. It has a light smell, but look at this. It's just absolutely amazing, and this would look so gorgeous. That color is beautiful. It's like magenta. It's not like super pink, but it's not super purple. It's just, I love the color. The formula was so whack, dude. Seriously, I would put it on and it would just start to bleed into my lips. I've never had that with any liquid lipstick, any lipstick, any lip product. It would like bleed into the cracks. And so I was like, okay, well maybe I should like put some more powder down when I'm doing my face. Nothing helped. I don't know if I should have bought the primer that came with it, because it would just bleed. Like, it looked like I'd ate like a dead animal. It was so gross, and I would be like, wow, like I spent a lot of money on this. Can you please work better? Because it was so beautiful and I loved to wear it. It was such a statement. Like, whenever I wore it, people would be like, oh yeah, ooh, ah, you know. But for that, I just, that was so, it was just so messy. And I know they have since reformulated their lip tars, so maybe I'll have to try another one because I think those have an actual wand. But yeah, I was kind of like, I don't know. It's just really runny, really runny. So for that, I'm sorry, OCC. I love the color, but something needs to change with this one. Last but not least, this one pains me more than the rest to say that I did not. Okay, let's just start from the top. This is the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. If you have been following any kind of beauty guru or any kind of beauty blog or anything like that, you might have seen these all over the place. They're these triangle stick foundations. I'm in the shade Vanilla. Now, I love this. I love the packaging. I think the product is great. For about 2 hours. And then it looks like I went like this with my hand on my nose and buffed away the foundation. That's how it would look around here on my forehead. It moved the makeup around so much. I just think that there's so much oil in this foundation that it really doesn't work for people with oily skin. I mean, it went on gorgeous. It matched my skin tone amazingly. And now I kind of use it as like to spot treatment stuff every now and again. I don't, you know, and I don't even really use it that often. And I think for the amount of product you get, 1 ounce of product, like, that's ridiculous for a $46 foundation. And I get it. It has an amazing shape, amazing coverage. Maybe if I lived in a drier climate, because I live in hot as hell Florida, I need it to last more than 2 hours. I would see it starting to melt away, and so I dabbed more foundation and more powder and nothing helped. I tried this with primer, without primer, with powder, without powder, everything I could think of, and nothing worked. So this really pains me because I saw so many great reviews on it and so many people liked it and it looked so amazing. And then after, like I said, 2 hours, it would just look terrible. So it's a take it or leave it. Maybe if I had dry skin, I would absolutely adore it, but as of right now, I don't ever really use this that often. I try to make it work because I spent $46 on it, but in reality, I don't use it. And I think that there's a lot of other foundations out there that you can buy that give this same coverage. So, I'm sorry, Hourglass. Please make one that's oil-free. All right, so that is that. Those were my disappointing products. I hope that you found this video helpful. Maybe you were thinking about buying something and now you're not going to buy it because you saw this and saved yourself a little bit of money. Or maybe you're like, I challenge you and I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna make it work. Either way, kudos to you for sticking through this video and watching it and always loving and supporting me. I get such great feedback from everybody all the time, and ooh, it just makes me so happy and just gives me such a warm feeling. So it doesn't go unnoticed for sure. So thank you guys so much. I will see you on Monday. Mwah. I love you. I love you so much. Mwah. Bye, guys.